everyone, this is Sofia Osfour and welcome on my masterclass on healing wounds with the Osfour self-coaching model. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to get out of your comfort zone using the Osfour self-coaching model. But in case you are new to my YouTube channel and you've got no clue what I'm talking about, the Osfour self-coaching model is both a process and a tool. As a process, it is designed to recycle your negative experience and transform them into powerful life lessons, and in fact use those lessons as a springboard for you to learn, grow, and evolve. As a tool, it is designed to drastically enhance the quality of your self-awareness and your communication by teaching you tools and skills to manage and self-coach yourself on the spot. But if you want to know every details about the Osfour self-coaching model, you will find a link below this video that's going to lead you to another video that will explain you everything you ever wanted about the Osfour self-coaching model, but never dare to ask. Also remember that this masterclass has a free worksheet that belongs to it. You can find a link below this video also. And finally, last but not least, remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and like this video. Okay guys, so 3 tips to get out of your comfort zone. So first of all, let's understand why is it so difficult to get out of a comfort zone. And it's very simple. It's just because this is how our brain is wired. Our brain is designed to protect us at all costs. And so the way our brain picked that up is it considers that anything that is unknown, unusual is dangerous. And so whenever you want to get out of your comfort zone, you have all these kind of thoughts and insecurities and even pictures that basically are warning you, telling you don't do that because this is dangerous, this might happen. And sometimes, if you really follow this like crazy scenario, it goes like into like some sort of movies, or a horror movie, and that's just the way our brain is designed. It's designed to protect us, and it does what it's supposed to do. Now, weirdly enough, and this is like not very congruent, but our brain is often like there's like stuff like this that is, happening. Is that in one hand, the way our brain is, wired is to make sure that we avoid anything that is unknown, different, or new. Right? But at the same time, the only way our brain can expand and we as a person can expand is by trying new things, which means getting out of comfort zone, of our comfort zone. So it's kind of weird, because on one hand, it's telling you not to do it, but on the other hand, the only way for you to expand and evolve and learn is literally by getting out of your comfort zone. So it's kind of a contradiction. But you have to walk through this contradiction. So here are 3 tips. And number 1 tip is be attentional. Okay, nobody is gonna get out of a comfort zone unless they have the attention to do so. So in order for you to get out of your comfort zone, you have to be clear about what is it that you want to achieve, why do you want to achieve it, and how you're going to achieve it. Those are the basic things. And the reason you want to know why, by the way, because it's very important, the why is always very important, is because there will always be a moment where your brain is going to feel threatened and is going to go into its, security mode, you could say, where it's going to start to tell you, oh my God, this is what can happen, or it's going to start to send you those horrible scenario where all those horrible things could happen. And so if you are not clear about why you want to achieve the thing that you want to achieve, then very quickly, you might be overwhelmed by all those images and those negativity, and you give up. That's the number 1 thing. Second tip is that you have to be super self-aware. One of the good things about getting out of a comfort zone is that you can see it's really like suddenly you have all your insecurities that are being like shown to you, all your wounds, they suddenly, they unveiled because you're trying to do something out of the ordinary. And in those moments, it's very important to be super aware of what is happening inside of you. And of course, you know that when you're using the Osfour self-coaching model as a tool, you can very much do that. And the tool is very simple. I'm going to walk you through that, If you've seen a couple of my videos, I always teach you that. But it's simple, it's based on 4 questions, right? Which are both 4 of them attached to 4 basic skills. The number 1 is cutting down. When you want to get out of your comfort zone, this is the best moment for you to see what is happening inside of you and what is coming out, you could say. So the first question you ask yourself is, what's happening right now? What is happening inside of me? Close your eyes, take a moment in peace and find out what is happening. The second question and the skills that is attached to that question is zoom in, okay? And the question is, okay, what is it exactly that I'm frightened about in this situation, you know? What is it exactly that I'm frightened about? The third question is, what is it that needs to be changed, right? And for that, you know, I call these skills slow down, right? And finally, the last question is, okay, how am I going to make that change, right? And that skills is called focus. So those 4 basic questions are going to allow you to be self-aware of what's happening to you while you're working towards getting out of a comfort zone and doing the one thing that you've decided to achieve. But in the meantime, you know, you cannot, how can I say, you gotta do both. You know, you gotta work towards getting, you know, achieving the thing that you want to achieve, and at the same time managing what's happening inside of you that might resist doing the work that needs to be done for you to achieve what you want to achieve, okay? So self-awareness is very important. And as I always say, you know, having a diary where you are writing down all those insecurities, all those things that are happening, you know, mentally, all the negativity, all the emotion that you're feeling that arise, you know, sadly, it's very important, because the more you understand what's happening to you while you're trying to work towards that goal, the more you can take control of it, because you're understanding it, you're not surprised by it, and it's not happening, you're not on autopilot, right? And as I always say, you know, being self-aware is truly being the pilot of what's happening, right? Otherwise, you know, you falling back into autopilot mode, and in this case, you falling into basic defense mechanism, survival. And when you want to get out of your comfort zone, right? Remember that the core, the core job of your brain is to protect you. So basically, it's like a defense mechanism naturally, which gonna overwhelm you by pictures or negativity, or even people, you know, insecurities. That's gonna overwhelm you, and you're gonna stop doing the thing that you want to do to achieve what you want to achieve. Finally, the third tip, okay, it's to be monitor what is happening, and most importantly, assess. Okay, so this is what I want to achieve. Let me assess my day, let me assess my week, and let me assess my month. Based on the goal that you have set up for yourself, assessing is very important, because it allows you to see what you're doing right and what is it that needs to be changed, modified, or simply, you know, what is it that you do wrong that is not helping you to achieve the one thing that you want to achieve, especially when you want to get out of your comfort zone, which means trying to do something that is so far away from anything you've done, you know. So in order for you to do that, you got to be able to assess yourself. So I said day, week, month, but maybe for you, I don't know what is it that you want to achieve. Maybe you can you only need to do it on a weekly basis and a monthly basis. But basically, you have to really measure your progress. Basically, that is the main purpose, okay? And based on that measurement, then you can assess what needs to be changed, and that is very, very important when you're trying to get out of your comfort zone. Finally, this is one last tip, you know, but you know, when you're trying to get out of your comfort zone, and you know, it's something that is so far away from you, okay? It's very easy to completely focus on what is it that you're doing wrong, you know, because basically this is where I am here and I want to go there. So for me, I'm just so focused on what I want to achieve that all I can see is the things that I'm not doing, you know, that I'm not doing right yet, if that makes sense, right? But it's very important for you to find a stamina to keep going, to keep pushing. Once again, we're not talking about a small goal, we're talking about getting out of your comfort zone. So for you to be able to take notice and even celebrate all the progress that you're doing is very, very important. That's what's going to keep you going. Progress is so empowering. It is, you know what makes people lose hope is the feeling of being stuck, is the feeling of, you know what, I'm doing all this work, but nothing works, so I'm not moving forward. And so that's why you gotta be super focused on the progress that you're doing. And when you are noticing this progress, no matter how small, celebrate this progress. That is what's really, this is the key, to get out of your comfort zone. Okay, so guys, this is a short video, but I think that this kind of model is working very well for everybody. So what I'm gonna say to you until next week is peace, love, and light. Bye bye.